For y'all who are up late at night, you know that it's late. For those who are going to see this tomorrow, you're not going to know it's late. But at any rate, I have a very important subject that I want to touch upon. But before I do that, I want to say welcome to Third Eye Visions, where we motivate the blind, stimulate your mind, and welcome all kind. Y'all, please make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Make sure you uh, subscribe, first of all. Hit the notification bell. Give me some likes, dislikes. Let me know what you like about the show. Let me know what you don't like. Comment and also share after that. My realities of living with non-24. Look, I had wanted to touch on this topic a long time ago, but I could not find anyone who had the expertise to do so. Well, I did some deep searching, had to go to the hills of Kentucky and find a longtime friend of mine who has definitely been diagnosed with non-24 sleeping disorder. She's going to tell you all about it. Um, she's going to tell you the cause, effects, whatever it is that you need to know about so that you can become aware of it. Now, let me also say this, that this is in no way by her giving her definition and her diagnosis does not mean that you run out and say, oh, I got non-24. Go to your doctor, check it out first, and let him do the diagnosis and, take it from there. But she's just going to give you her experience. Wanted to go live with it so that I can catch as many people as I can at this point in time. And if you have questions, please, by all means, ask them. So without further ado, because I know you're tired of listening to my voice, I'm going to let my friend introduce herself, first of all, and tell you about this non-24. Welcome to the show, Adele.
Welcome and thank you, Anthony. I really appreciate that wonderful introduction. It's been a really long time since we have been together, and you make me feel like that we've always been around each other for
We
all of our
have.
lives and everything. So I really want to say thank you for the opportunity for me to come on your show.
Thank you.
A couple of weeks ago, I found your channel. First of all, I was listening on Facebook to your show on Facebook Live because I just got on Facebook. But now, since you have a YouTube channel, I subscribe to that YouTube channel, and I would like to tell people out there that Anthony is doing something really, really unique. You're going to find a lot of YouTube channels that, yes, they do have other blind people doing things like teaching daily living, such as traveling and maybe talking about their day-to-day life. But the difference between those channels and Third Eye Visions is the fact that Anthony is allowing everybody to come on his show. He's doing interviews with other people, blind and sighted, different ones,
Thank you.
every single day. And he's doing series about topics that are very important to not only just blind people but human beings and kind.
Thank you.
He's
Girl.
covered he's covered the racism that's going on. He's not holding back. He's being very open, and he's allowing all of us the opportunity to come on his show and be open. So I really would encourage you to subscribe to the Third Eye Vision's YouTube channel, but also like his Facebook page and share his Facebook page.
Thank you.
And also to maybe help out the people that he's interviewed by going and sharing their videos and their channels, because that's what Anthony is all about.
Thank
He
you.
is really, really, definitely promoting the blind, stimulating our mind, and welcoming all kind.
Thank you so much.
So now I would like to introduce myself, if that's okay.
Yeah.
My name is Adele Lejeune. I attended the Louisiana School for the Visually Impaired, where Anthony went to school, and I graduated from there in 1982. And I went to LSU, and then I transferred to Loyola University, where I finished my education. And then I had to look for a job, and I found my job here in Louisville, Kentucky. I had to go where I had to go. And just to segue into the non-24 segment, that all during this time, when I was in school, when I was in college, I never seemed to really be able to sleep consistently at a certain time, like at night, like most quote unquote normal people would. Sometimes I'd want to sleep during the day. Sometimes I'd want to sleep at 8 in the morning. Sometimes I'd want to sleep at 11 in the morning, going on till 8 o'clock at night. Then it would move. Sometimes I want to sleep at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, going on to like 12 at night. Then for a little while, I'd be normal, like everybody else. I would sleep from like 10 o'clock till 6 in the morning, or 9 to 5 at, 9 o'clock at night till 5 in the morning.
Mhm.
Well, this went on through my college days. It got worse as I got older. I was working. It was a struggle to go into work because I was tired at certain times of the month, like this thing when, like, I'd want to sleep during the day for a really long time, and I'd be really tired. I'd have to struggle to get up to go to work, and I would just struggle and struggle and struggle. Maybe I'd get a couple and I'd have to come home and go to sleep when I got home from work. Then when it meandered its way on around to at night, I'd be fine. I could sleep till eight at night, till 4 in the morning, then, or 9 at night till 5 in the morning, or 10 at night till 6 in the morning, then 11 at night till, well, not 11 at night. I'd get up. Well, I'd get up at 5 or 4 to get my ride. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is your pattern, your sleep pattern, is always moving. Your hours of sleep are always moving. It's never at night. It's never from like 10 o'clock at night to 6 in the morning. And the reason why, especially for totally blind people, is because you have no light perception. Most sighted people who have light perception, they get that melatonin, they get their body clock set because they can see light, and that light produces melatonin. And so their body knows, oh, it's dark, it's time to go to sleep. But you know what? When you're totally blind, especially when you're totally blind, you ain't gonna see no light. So your body's gonna think, it's dark all the time. I don't know when. I'm trying to. I don't know when your body's saying. I don't know when I'm gonna go to sleep. So it moves. It moves. Your sleep schedule moves and moves and moves. So I thought, well, you know what? I need to go do something about this. So I went to a sleep doctor, and I said, I can't regulate my sleep. I've tried this. I tried taking melatonin. I tried, staying up all the time until a certain, time at night when I was going to go to sleep, because they say this, they tell you in studies, for most people, they'll say, well, just, don't take little naps during the day. When daylight savings changes to back to standard time, when you lose that hour, don't go to sleep and get sleep in. Oh, I can sleep in. I can sleep in. No, don't do that. Keep your 8 hour sleep pattern. That's what the studies will say for most people. But that don't work for people that got non-24. Why is that going to work for totally blind people? Your body thinks you're in the dark all the time. So your body's going to do whatever the heck it wants to do. So I happen to get lucky. This doctor knew about non-24. He did. Most doctors, I've heard the real, horrors of what blind people go through to try to get help with their sleeping. The doctor said, well, you just need, the stereotype type of pattern. You need to regulate your sleep.
Mhm.
It's like, how can you regulate your sleep? You ain't getting no sleep.
Mhm.
So it's like, okay, this doctor, I got lucky. This doctor, he told me to keep obviously to get it on paper for his diagnosis. For him to diagnose me with non-24, I got to get it on paper. It's got to be, I got to get it legal and everything. So he told me, he said, keep a sleep diary. I want you to keep a sleep diary, email your results every single day to me so I can document it and everything, and come see me in about a month. So I did, every day. What time did I sleep? I don't care if it was 2 hours. I don't care if it was 4 hours. I don't care what time it was. What time did you go to sleep? What time did you wake up? So I did this. And I emailed him after the month, he said, well, you know what, just he told me how long to keep going with it, because over a 3 to 6 month pattern, because he wanted to find out what my sleeping pattern was, how
Mhm.
long it took me to change sleeping times. That's why he had me keep on doing it for 3 to 6 months. He wanted to read all those results and find out what my pattern was. So after he did all that, 6 months was up. He said, you got non-24.
Mhm.
And so uh, he got me the medication for it, the Hetlios that they say, Hetlios Tazamiltion, is a special medication that's put out specifically for people that have non-24.
Mhm.
And so he got me on that medication. And thank goodness Humana Medicare pays for that, because a month's supply of that costs $7,600
Ooh.
a month. If you were to pay for that, there's no way. So they have programs out, help, assistance programs out that will help you pay for that if you are diagnosed with non-24. But the main thing is, and I really wish I could be a source to find a sleep specialist that would diagnose you, because so many sleep doctors do not know about non-24, and that really hurts a lot of blind people who know they've got it, who suspect they have it, but they don't get help for this.
So let me stop you right there. The
Okay,
medicine that you were telling us about, what does it actually do for the non-24?
what it does, what it does, you take it at the same time every night, the exact same time every night, with no food. Like, you want to go to sleep at 11 o'clock every night. What you do is you take it at 10 o'clock at night,
Mhm.
with no food. They say with no food. I don't know why, but that's what it says.
Mhm.
You take it with no food at 10 o'clock at night.
Mhm.
So in 1 hour, it says you're supposed to go to sleep. And that's what they have it out for, is for that. But it's
Okay.
obviously, you have to get it from because of your diagnosis, from a doctor.
So it helps you go to sleep, or it helps you, because. Go ahead.
It will help you. Okay, I take mine at 11 at night. Okay, but you can, 10 at night,
Mhm.
but you can still see that I'm still awake.
Right.
Okay, I have to say, some people it works for them, some people it doesn't. I hate to say that, but that's the truth. I've been on Hetlios for 5 years. I'm still taking it. My sleep pattern is going to do what it wants. And and it's hard, because for people, especially that are working now, I'm retired.
Mhm.
And so I can say, well, I'm just going to sleep whenever. But for people that are working and struggling, um, that's really very debilitating, and it's almost another handicap in itself, which society really will not recognize. They just don't. You know,
Wow. I just got a question. Somebody wants to know, where's the doctor located. I'm assuming that they may want to be, you
they
know.
this sleep specialist is in my city, Louisville, Kentucky. He is at American Sleep Medicine is the company that employs him. American Sleep Medicine is nationwide. They do have offices in every state. But my sleep specialist is here in Louisville, Kentucky, and he happened to know about non-24. Now, I think that there may be a toll-free number that you can call, and I can give it to you, so that maybe somebody can find a specialist in their area that knows about non-24. I believe I might be able to direct you to that location, to try to help find.
Okay. Do you have the number before you, or you have to go?
Yes.
Okay.
It is 1-844
Mm. I'm putting it in the comments.
438
Mm.
5469.
Okay.
That's an 844 number.
Okay, cool. I got it. Now, I want to just briefly again, because I want to make a connection with that and the medicine. What is non-24? It's when the body's sleeping, a cadence is thrown off. What exactly is it again?
Non-24. Yeah, you explained it. It's in a nutshell. Yep.
Okay, now
Sleep cadence. Go ahead.
Now with your medicine, it's supposed to put it back on track, or what is that medicine? Okay.
It's supposed to put it back on track. And I'm too belligerent, I guess, for the medicine, so it ain't gonna do it for me.
So being that that's the case, and it's been 5 years that you've taken it, what are they going to try anything else, or what? How do you actually get the proper sleep that you need?
I sleep well since it's easy for me now. Since I'm retired, I just sleep whenever I can because I live alone, and I don't have any people in the house, which is good. But for people that have, are in relationships that got kids, I can't do that. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just pop off to sleep whenever you want because you got people to take care of.
Right.
I started out on a 20 milligram dose.
Gotcha.
That's what they start you out on, is a 20 milligram dose. And I'm going to call them and see if they can up my dosage, if it's safe enough to up my dosage. Like, when I see my sleep doctor again, I'm going to ask him if they can up my dosage and see if I can go to sleep for real at the appropriate time.
So let's say on a daily basis, how much are you supposed to get? 8 hours worth of sleep. How much sleep do you get with your non-24 sleeping?
Oh, goodness. It could be 10 hours like it was this past sleep period when I missed our first appointment for our interview, which I would just tell folk that's why I missed it, because I fell asleep. I was supposed to be on this show during the day at 1 o'clock. 12 o'clock Central. Okay. Well, I was supposed to be there at Anthony's appointed time, which we did agree on, and guess what? I was not.
Wow. So in essence, you get about 10 hours worth of sleep per day, like after we get off of here.
Not per day, no. Maybe we get off of here, I'll be up to like maybe 11 in the morning, and I'll go to sleep. That's my sleep time for right this second, is 11 to 7. And
now, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Okay, it's going to move. Sleep thing is going to move from maybe 12 to 8 in about a couple of weeks. And then a couple of weeks later, it's going to move from 1 o'clock in the afternoon till 9 o'clock at night. And then a couple of weeks later, it's going to move to like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 12 o'clock at night.
So it's not anything that's constant as far as your sleeping.
No, it's not.
So it definitely has something to do with blind people not being able to see the light in order so that
Yep, it sure does. You got it right. You could just tell everybody for me. I don't need to say anything.
Wow. Now, suppose maybe if like many years ago, what was, I mean, I know this is fairly new, but what were people doing back then? I mean, they were just like staying up and just being irritable, or what was going on?
That's exactly what I was doing. You got me. That's exactly what I was doing. Trying to struggle, couldn't concentrate right because my body wanted to go to sleep, but because of societal things, society's awake during the day. It's at sun, during the sunshine and everything, which is fine. I mean, it's the industrial thing and everything. The industrial age since then, everybody's up during the day and they go to sleep when it's dark. Okay. For sighted people, that's quite fine. They can see the light. Their biological clock tells them it's time to go to sleep. They got the melatonin to do it. Now, for these people with insomnia, that is a totally different sleep disorder than non-24. Totally different.
Say that
Okay.
again.
Insomnia is completely different from
And that's what I was going to
non-24.
ask you.
Yeah, because we don't want to discriminate against people with insomnia that happen to be sighted. Okay. We're not talking about that. We're talking about people who their body doesn't know the difference between daylight and dark. It's always dark to us. So our body just keeps changing and changing and changing sleep times and changing sleep time and changing sleep time. But if you have insomnia, you just flat have insomnia. It's just it. You know, blind
Mhm.
people have insomnia, sighted people have insomnia, but this is not the same as insomnia. And I'm glad you brought up that point, Anthony. I'm really glad that you brought that up.
Mm. Wow. So again, give those individuals who are gonna see this thing later, give them some things to kind of like look for again if they may think that they experience. Because like I said, there's no way saying that they have it because you have to go to the doctor to get a real diagnosis. But give them something to look for.
First of all, look for, hey, I'm tired and I really want to take a full night's rest during the day. Okay. And look for and keep a sleep diary. That's going to tell you very much on paper what's going on with you. Because even if you try to force yourself and deprive yourself of sleep at night, which I did forever and a day, you're still going to want to sleep during the day. A full night's rest during the day, because I've done that so many times during my working life. I would literally deprive myself of sleep during the day when my body wanted to rest. Oh, I'd sleep 8 hours at night, but I still would want to sleep during the day another 8 hours, which there were times when I had to take a sick day to do it.
Wow.
I had to take sick days at work just so my body would sleep when it thought it was supposed to. Okay, and then make sure, and this is really important, make sure that you do not have sleep apnea, because they might tell you, you may have sleep apnea, you need to go do a sleep study. Okay, go ahead and do it. If you can afford the sleep study, if your insurance is going to pay for it, do that. Because I had to do that. I had to do a sleep study. They found out I had sleep apnea. Okay, fine. We corrected the sleep apnea. I was on a CPAP machine. That did not change my sleeping pattern. So number one, keep a sleep diary. Number two, see if you still want to sleep during the day, despite the fact that you slept a full night's 8 hours. And number three, see if you've got sleep apnea, because they will not diagnose you with non-24 if before they find out if you've got sleep apnea.
Right. Wow, you have just enlightened me and a lot of other people who was kind of curious about this particular sleep disorder. And like I said, I wanted to get somebody who has it for sure and knew exactly what they were talking about when they were delivering the message and what have you. But
Well,
man,
Anthony, I hope I haven't rambled on. I mean,
no,
I
you
was
did a
not
great.
really, I wasn't really prepared or took notes or
No. This
anything.
this is
But
the best way to do it. It was
oh,
it was it
okay.
was from the heart. It was heartfelt, and I didn't want you to come with any big medical terms or anything. It was
I don't
basically
have none. I can hardly speak English. Hey, I ain't
you're
not
something.
speaking medical terms.
So you experienced this in high school?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
even in childhood, my mother would wonder why I was still awake. I couldn't sleep. And I'd
Wow.
go to school, and kids are resilient. They're gonna just put up with just about anything, which I
Right.
did. But hey, when I came home from school, I'd want to lay down and sleep. I didn't want to play with other kids. I wanted to lay down and sleep. Yeah,
Wow. I never knew
children can
that.
have this. Oh yeah, children can have this. Vanda Pharmaceuticals, who is the company that makes the Helios, and also I think has spearheaded the non-24 research for a real long time. They said that children can have non-24 as well. Blind children, that would make sense because if they
Definitely.
can't see light, you know.
How do they know when it's time to
Absolutely. How
to
does their
sleep?
body know? Oh, their
Right.
mind knows it. They know, they can tell time. They got a watch and a clock.
Hmm.
That's not the point. They know
I'm
their
glad you said
body.
that.
I mean, yeah, they can tell time by their watch and their clock and everything. They know what TV shows come on at night. They watch
Dang.
TV. They know with their mind that it's nighttime and it's time to go to sleep. They hear other people taking a shower. Blind people are real
Right.
aware of that. Okay,
Right.
they know this stuff. They come home from school. They know school day is during the day and it's not at night. You know, they know all this. So it's not just them not knowing how to tell time or them not knowing
Right.
uh,
Great
what's going
point.
on in their environment. They
Great point.
know I want to go to sleep because everybody else is going to sleep, but they can't.
Great point. Great point. So definitely, you all check these things out that Adele has stated. Definitely do your homework before you go run out and say that, oh, I have non-24. We want to make sure that it's clear through your doctor and you are provided with the nice medicine with the proper medicine. So with that being said, I want to thank you, Adele, for coming on at this late of night. I'm of course.
Early. Poor you. You've had to step all night, haven't you? You ain't got no non-24, have you?
No, I don't, but I
Seeing you got
definitely.
kids. Seeing you got kids, and that's the thing. I made Anthony wake up, get on here just for me. You know,
That's
that
because
that causes problems for other people who do sleep, you know, at night and stuff like that. And I really felt bad for having done that to Anthony. He's got a
no,
family.
no. You don't feel bad. First of all, you're always gonna be my girl. I love you no matter what. This is my sister from another mother. We'll talk about that
Yeah,
on a day and
it
time.
sure is.
Definitely. We have a lot of old school catching up to do.
Oh,
I mean,
most
believe
assuredly.
definitely. So I don't want to change the tune of it. Thanks for I want to thank you for coming on talking about non-24 and informing the people about it. You have any last minute words before I depart?
Y'all subscribe to his YouTube channel and like him on Facebook. He's doing something that nobody else is doing. He's doing something that I wouldn't even do. I wouldn't have the patience to try to find people to interview. I'd say, you know what? Everybody else is probably doing the same thing I'm doing, and they're watching all these fancy video stuff that's going on the screen, and everybody's doing all this stuff and producing stuff and whatever else they're doing. Y'all need to subscribe to his channel, like his YouTube channel, which is Third Eye Visions, 3RD. Is it 3RD space?
That's it. That's it. EYE.
How is it?
EYE space visions.
Space
That's it.
/ Anthony. Isn't that it?
That's it. Yep.
Okay. Because I'm already subscribed. I kind of forgot how to write that now since I've subscribed for y'all go ahead and subscribe. He is doing a good work. He's doing something that's unique. He's letting everybody have the opportunity to join in, comment, leave him feedback. He needs a lot of support. He needs a lot of support and ongoing, not just support right this second. Oh well, it's I did this, I did. It's ongoing. It's got to be relevant.
Thank you.
Time passes in this world. That's why there has to be relevance.
Girl, the check is in the mail, Adele. Okay.
Okay.
I love you. Thanks a lot, Adele.
Thank you for having.
All right, and I'll contact you today about the other little topic.
Okay, not a problem.
All right.
Okay.
All right.